Welcome back. You're watching Business Morning on Channels Television. I've still got Bismarck Rwani, who is the Managing Director, CEO of Financial Derivatives Company, here with me in the studios. And just before we went on that quick break, we're talking about the state of the market, that's for the currencies markets. And he's going to be responding to who is the market that is actually determining this price that we get on the street level. That's about 470. And what is the effective price?
Well, you ask a very relevant question. What's the effective rate of the naira? If you want naira today, if you want dollars today, the idea is that you can go to Travelex. You buy it supposedly at about 400. Then they will give it to you at the boarding gate. And imagine how cumbersome and complex that is. But that's better than not getting it at all. But the reality is that the market is segmented. There are about 5 different rates. There's the IFM closing rate, which is 305. There's the effective rate, which some corporates are getting at about 370, 380. There's an export proceeds rate, which some people say is about 410. There's a BDC rate, which is 470. And then there's a transfer rate, which is maybe about 480. But a segmented market is inefficient. It distorts allocation of resources. And regulators cannot fix prices in the market. Regulators can tell you that market opens at 8, closes at 10. If you do this, if you have infractions, this is what happens. And if you go and dupe somebody or you don't deliver, well, that's fine. But the reality is that price is the determinant of supply and demand. Now, how large is the parallel market in Nigeria? The parallel market is probably maybe 10, 20% maximum of the market. Can the 20% be determining the full price of the market? No, not naturally. But that's if you allow the 80% to perform efficiently. That is the problem. The 20% is leading the market. They are setting prices while 80% is following. And you know why? Because we took the oil companies' money, took it out of the market to sell to NNPC. The oil marketers went and are buying from NNPC. So you've actually taken the bulk, the biggest buyer and biggest seller out of the market, and what is left of the market is a tiny market. So much so that that market is so fragile that any movement of $1 million or $2 million will determine the price. We need to put everything back together in one pot and let the market be self-driven. And that is the outlook. And that's why I say, whether we like it or not, in Q1 of 2017, we will reform that market. That market become efficient, and a true price and value will emerge. This will be followed, before this, you are going to see in Q1 2017, my forecast, that's my forecast, is that interest rates will come down. You cannot begin to have effective rates of borrowing of the federal government of 21, 22%, making the debt service obligations of the federal government about 34% of total revenue. It's not possible. It's not sustainable, not in a recession. Then, thirdly, and more importantly, as the market is reformed and borrowed monies come in, we'll have a better pool of dollars. But most important is that the reflation package, right, and the stimulus package, together with the budget, will come. But one thing you have to look at is that I kept on hearing people talking about stagflation. Stagflation was yesterday's news. It happened in 2015. Stagflation means declining growth, high inflation, right, and high unemployment. Recession means negative growth, high inflation but at a slower pace, and high unemployment and contraction of economic activities. So 2017 is going to be better than 2016, but not significantly better. And it will only be better if the 4 things I've just said happens. 1, that you must bring down interest rates. Nobody should be shy about that. 2, you must increase credit to the private sector. 3, you must reform the market and allow a true market emerge where there's as much as possible a unified rate. And 4thly, regulators have to accept that they regulate and allow markets to determine prices, period.
Bismarck Rwani, thank you so much for wrapping the program up for us very nicely this morning. Bismarck Rwani is the Managing Director, CEO, Financial Derivatives Company. And that's it on today's edition of Business Morning. Thank you so much for staying with us. I'm Harriet Agbenyi. Have a profitable day.